So, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Premier League Transfer Update. Today, it is absolutely dominated by Chelsea, ins and outs. Before I get into speaking about that, make sure you have followed me on Flick. The app link is in the description. So is my Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and any other socials that you haven't followed me on yet. Do go and get all over them now. Also, follow me on the Fantasy Premier League to qualify for the cash prizes. Top 10 places, and you have to follow me on HOTMIC and Flick to qualify. But let's start off with an out for Chelsea. This guy is on the cusp of his move to AC Milan. It will be a loan by the looks of it, with an obligation to buy at the end of it for £35 million. How have Chelsea managed to do this deal? It's absolutely unbelievable. They've loaned him out pretty much since they got him. It's been absolutely dreadful when he did play for Chelsea. They loaned him out. They loaned him out again, and now he's on the verge of a move to AC Milan for after the loan fee. I think the loan's about €3 million. Then it's going to be 35 million. Chelsea have this ability to be able to get players out real quick on big money. And pretty much get all of the money back that they spent on that player originally. It's kind of mad. Whoever's running the transfer dealings over at Chelsea, can you teach us, please? Teach us at Arsenal. Teach us. Let's move on to one of the possible ins. Well, I say possible in. It is an in, and it's about to be announced very soon. I'd imagine later this week it will be announced, and that is Ben Chilwell. 50 million euros. 50 million pounds, and Leicester City, in my opinion, have ripped Chelsea off for this. He ain't worth that. But Chelsea ain't messing about. They're going straight for the title this season. And if they want a left back, they go and get themselves a left back. Doesn't matter how much it costs them. If they want him, they're getting him. So I've seen a lot of Chelsea fans saying that his level's above Marcus Alonso, etc., etc. Chelsea fans obviously watch Chelsea more than I do. So I ain't going to doubt what you're saying, but whenever I've watched Chelsea, I've always thought Marcus Alonso is not a bad left back. Ben Chilwell, whenever I've watched him, always gets twisted inside out. But you never know. He's still quite young. He's still up and coming. He's still got a few years ahead of him, isn't he? So maybe under Lampard, he may be able to kick on and become that top draw left back that I'm sure Chelsea fans think he may be. Let's move on to the next guy. And that picture doesn't fit. Yay! It's going well. Thiago Silva. Well, I'm going to let you look at it anyway. Why not? There he is. Thiago Silva. Look, magic hands. Oh, dear, I've had a shocker. But Thiago Silva, deal agreed. Everything done. Free signing. He's coming straight into Chelsea. 36 years old. No doubt he'll be coming to the Emirates when he's 38. Good signing. Good signing. Very good player. And a wealth of experience. There is the one thing I want to say here. Two things, actually. Number one, why are PSG not keeping him? I don't understand that. I think that Tuchel wants to keep him, but I'm sure that the owner and that lot and the hierarchy there have said no. Why don't they back their manager? If he wants to keep him, why not keep him? The second thing is, like I said, he's coming into Chelsea at 36 years old. Is he going to be able to cut it in the Premier League? Real talk. I know he was superb the other night. One of the better players for PSG against Bayern Munich. But can he come in and cut it in the Premier League? Totally different ball game playing against proper teams week in, week out, as opposed to playing against farmers every week. That's not taking anything away from this, and he's a sick centre-back. But I feel like it's a little bit too late for him. Let's move on to the next guy. And that is Malang Sarr, a player that Arsenal have been linked to for a long time. He's a free signing, another free signing centre-back. And apparently he's going to be signing a 5-year deal with Chelsea. There is a lot of reports suggesting that he may be loaned straight back out. I don't know how that's going to work, who that's to. I haven't seen who. If you guys know, leave it in the comment section down below and let me know what you think and where he's going. But he is a decent centre-back, this lad. Really, really good centre-back. And Chelsea have got themselves a bargain there because he is very young as well. I think he's only 22, 23. and a free signing. Not a bad player. They've obviously got Zuma, they've got Christensen, they've got Rudiger. Aspilicueta's fielding at centre-back a lot. Chelsea do need a couple of centre-backs. They've now got that. Whether they keep this guy or not, or loan him out, remains to be seen. But again, we shall move on. And let's move on to the bad man, the big boy, the £80 million man. And that's Kai Havertz. This is going to be one of the deals of the summer, not just in the Premier League, but in any league. This guy is absolutely fantastic footballer. And he is going to elevate Chelsea levels up that table. Him, Werner, Ziyech as a 3, Pulisic as a 4. That's a deadly quartet. And the Premier League's going to be blown away at times, because when they click into gear, they're going to seriously batter football teams next season. You know, imagine coming up against them if you're a newly promoted Leeds United or something. Do you know what I'm saying? You're now up against 4 top draw footballers. And I said this yesterday. I think that 80 million quid is all in. It's 100 million euros, but that includes 20 million's worth of add-ons. So they're actually getting him, Chelsea, for 80 million euros, which is about 67 million pounds, 70 million pound maybe. That's a bargain, man. This guy is absolutely sick. Yeah, top class footballer. I've seen a lot of people saying that Chelsea are spending too much, they're buying a title, etc., etc. I couldn't care less. If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be absolutely buzzing. Why can't Arsenal do this? You know, Arsenal have spent, in fact, 3 times more money net, which isn't really a thing because net spend doesn't exist. But net spend, Chelsea over the last 5 years is £100 million. So they've gone out there and they've done 200 million quid on all of these players. They've got themselves a sick team ready to compete for the title. I do think that they need a goalkeeper, and I know that they're looking at Oblak and other players, but I do think that that goalkeeper they've got, Kepa, really isn't good enough. And Caballero, again, isn't good enough. If they go out and get a top-class goalkeeper, I'd have them as one of the favourites, if not the favourites, to go and win the title next season. Now it's on Lampard. Has Lampard got what it takes to go and kick on and overtake Liverpool and Man City? We shall find out. Leave it all in the comment section down below about Bakayoko, Chilwell, Malang Sarr, Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz. Where do you think Chelsea are finished next season? Leave it in the comment section down below. All have a wonderful day. I'll be back at 6. Don't forget, follow my socials if you haven't already. Laters, peeps.